Hello and welcome. Here I am. I was playing a matchup in the NJPW game by Bars Kyo, Kenny Omega versus Katsuyo Shibata. As you notice, I did change the arena. I decided to add the NJPW ring from Showdown 64, so I modded that into this game. And I also decided to change the time settings. If you notice, the clock there on the bottom is going twice the normal speed. That's because if you play No Mercy, you'll notice that a lot of the matches end in like 10 minutes, or like at best, if you get a really good match, it'll go 15 minutes, and if you have an epic match, it'll go 30 minutes. But in order to feel more like a real life wrestling event, what I thought of was to make it go double time. So instead of the clock registering 1 second as 1 second, it registers 1 second as 2 seconds. I had a lot of help with creating that cheat over at Old School Reunion. Chucky PK, CMX, and I believe a user by the name of Rain all helped me to create the cheat. They all had it right away, but they wanted to teach me. They wanted me to learn how to make my own cheats and how to mod the game myself. So that clock timer is a modification made by me. Again, thanks to the help by everybody at Old School Reunion. And as far as how I got the ring in here, because if you remember correctly, the last time I showed you this mod, the NJPW 64 mod, there was no NJPW ring. The only thing I did was I went into the textures for Showdown 64, and I copied that over to the texture file. I had to make a new texture file for the NJPW game. So I made a new folder. I named it textures, and then I changed the path under the settings to so that it could read the textures, and then I just copied over the cheats from Showdown 64 onto this one. So that's how I was able to get this arena that you see now. And I also added some other cheats. The camera, as you notice, is more dynamic. That's because it's the Showdown 64 camera. I took that from the Showdown 64 cheat log. I copied it over to this NJPW cheat log. I also copied over the harder to get a 3 count because I want the matches to go a little bit longer. And I copied the occasional spirit boost because I like the way that cheat added to the gameplay. I think it felt more realistic when you just randomly get a special, or the computer randomly gets a special. So I did all of those modifications, and that's the matchup you see here. I also did the same modifications to the NXT mod, so you'll probably see me showing that one off maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow. It is the weekend, so I may stay up and play some more. And then eventually I'm going to want to mix all the rosters. Like, for example, I would love it if Shibata and Omega and Nakamura, Tanahashi were in Showdown 64, as well as like Big E and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods and all these other pro wrestlers. Seth Rollins no, I think he is in Showdown 64. So yeah, the main idea, I'm going to keep the separate No Mercy files and the separate mods, but I'm also going to be updating them with what I want to do. Showdown 64, for example, I'll probably be getting rid of some of the older professional wrestlers like George Hackenschmidt and Buddy Rogers and those guys, Gorgeous George, who, nothing but respect, I definitely love the contributions they did, and they're legends, they're historical legends, but I don't see myself playing with them. I'm not familiar with the movesets, and it's not a dream match of mine to watch Buddy Rogers versus Stone Cold or something. But perhaps Tomohiro Ishii versus Stone Cold is. So I may add Tomohiro Ishii from this save into the Showdown 64 save. I'm going to see what I do because as of right now, I really am enjoying. Oh, that was fantastic! I really am enjoying having the separate rosters like the New Japan one and the ECW one and all of that stuff. And I think Showdown 64 still has a lot of work to be done. Like I know that one's still in beta, so I may not mess around with that one as much. I may choose something else, like I don't know, maybe TNA versus ROH or something, or I may just leave them how they are. But I would definitely like some more New Japan guys in Showdown 64. Even some more NJPW guys like Jun Akiyama and Akira Taue. And even some, WWE guys that I think are missing, like old school, like Paul London, or old school ROH guys, Like, there's a good CM Punk in Showdown 64, but I wish there was also the old school CM Punk, or, things like that, which I think is why I enjoy Fire Pro Wrestling and KOC 2 so much, because those rosters are really good. But yeah, the No Mercy modes are a lot of fun, and I get a lot of views for them. So I could see myself continually playing these. But I am going to want to, actually want to play them. So like, I can't just play Showdown 64 all the time. Like I was watching Kenny Omega earlier today play Street Fighter, and that like motivated me, and I was like, man, I should use Kenny Omega, and that's why we have here Kenny Omega versus Shibata. Sick brain buster.
1, 2, count 2.
The Cruiserweight Classic is right around the corner, so maybe. Well, there isn't. Like, I don't think there's a Zack Sabre Jr. For No Mercy yet, but that would be cool if somebody put together the work and did a Cruiserweight Classic. If I'm still unemployed, maybe I'll be the one that does it. I mean, I would have to learn a lot more about the hacks and how to put the character faces in there, but I could probably do it if I really feel like it. But don't hold me to that. I don't think I actually will. As of now, I think I'm just going to be combining things. Like I said, I think the NXT game looks great now. It's the same as this one. I just took the arena from Showdown 64, put it in there. I am having a problem, however, because I can't see the clock in TNA versus ROH. I wanted to play TNA versus ROH, but I can't see the clock, and that bothers me. Like, I like having an idea of how many minutes have passed. It's a weird habit I picked up while playing King of Colosseum 2, because in that game, like, if you have a NJPW match, it has to be 20 minutes to get the high scores, like the 90% or the 100%. But if you have an AJPW match, it has to be like 40 minutes to get the high scores, or at least like 30, nearing 30. So that's why I've always been like a fan of watching the clock. Well, not a fan, but that's why I like to watch the clock when I play my wrestling video games. Because I think of stuff like that when I'm playing, to make sure that I'm having a decent match for King of Colosseum 2. But yeah, I have watched somebody have worked matches in No Mercy, and those have actually been really good. So I wouldn't be surprised if I one day start having worked matches in this game. But as of right now, I'm really enjoying just playing against the computer. I do have it on hard. I downloaded more, if you're wondering how many mods is there. There's a bunch. I still haven't done a video for Starcade 1 that's out there. There's one for Backyard Wrestling. There's a few more WWF ones. There's a lot out there. I think I'm also going to update Forever Indie with the time cheat and harder to get a 3 count, as well as a few others. Like the occasional spirit boost, because I really do love the roster in Forever Indie. I think that one probably has the best roster. Somebody else I wish was in Showdown 64 was Sami Zayn. He's in NXT, however, so in the NXT mod by Barskio. So maybe I can find a way to transfer him from the NXT mod in Barskios to the Showdown 64 mod. But if I know the guys who are working on Showdown 64, and I don't know them, but excuse me, if I could judge them by their post and how hard they're working on it when they have the time, then I'm sure they'll eventually add Sami Zayn anyway. I think I saw that they were trying to add Shinsuke Nakamura next. And it looks like I have a special, and this is probably my favorite. Look at this. Look at this mod. One Wing Angel. One Wing Angel in WWF No Mercy. Perfectly hacked. It looks like it's actually in the game. It's badass. Kenny Omega is in WWF No Mercy. Amazing work by Bars Keo. I don't know who the hell he is. I don't know if somebody paid him to do it or if he just felt like doing it. I don't know. But amazing work. This looks as legit as you can get the One Wing Angel to look in WWF No Mercy. That looks like it was always in the game, and it wasn't. That's a hacked move, which is why I enjoy these games so much. When they hack the moves, it makes it feel like it's brand new. Like how I hacked the mat so that it looks like New Japan. It's badass. So yeah, I may end up messing around some more. I hope you all enjoy the Clack mod. If you do want to know the code for the Clack, let me know and I'll put it in the description, or maybe the next video or something. I don't know, or maybe I'll just send you a personal message. Peace.